Yo, alright, so basically I saw that I saw some rumors going around about Melly, some Melly bullshit, and motherfuckers hating as usual without knowing anything. And I've seen DJ Academics posted it, so I know it's probably his bullshit. But we're gonna watch it because that's my boy, and free my mans, free Melly. Let's get to it. Saying YNW Melly.
Imagine having to use the wrong tool at your job.
Saying YNW Melly allegedly authorizing the murder of his own mama. Hell no.
Check it out now. Holy. Now, people. You telling me that y'all think YNW Melly still innocent? Now I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm one of the delusional people. I'm a fan. So I really want to believe that he's really innocent. However, the goddamn prosecutor, they're stacking up the evidence. Now I'm actually gonna try to play devil's advocate here because I think this is a good situation to play devil's advocate.
He's saying you can't do shit like that, bro. You can't say and then fucking talk about some oh fucking what the fuck did he say? I already lost train of thought because I'm mad. Okay, he says, do y'all still think he's innocent? He was like, oh, y'all really still think he's innocent? As if people are dumb for thinking he's innocent when it's innocent until proven guilty. So no shit, legally, you're supposed to assume they're innocent. Dumbass. Second off, how do you say that? Oh, y'all really think he's innocent? And then be like, oh, well, because I think he is. You were just acting like it was dumb. Like, come on, man. What the fuck's wrong with you?
People. You telling me that y'all think YNW Melly still innocent? Now I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm one of the delusional people. I'm a fan. So I really want to believe that he's really innocent. However,
he says, I'm a fan, but I'm delusional. Not much of a fan, is you? Dumbass.
the goddamn prosecutor, they're stacking up the evidence. Now, I'm actually going to try to play devil's advocate here because I think this is a good situation to play devil's advocate, but there's new information coming out via a deposition of one of the investigators that basically said that, yo, Melly was so goddamn crazy, okay? He's so much of a psychopath, obsessed with death and murder. He authorized the killing of his own mother.
With the Drake
his own mammy, okay? Now, that's where you got to be like, really, nigga?
Hey,
really?
Drewski.
But
Drew filmed
let me explain. So,
that was his birthday.
the prosecutors are saying, and actually, this is not the prosecutor saying it. So this is a deposition.
Let's read this. The witness. I have not found anything to go against this. If I had found anything to go against it, I would state it, such as his original gang name, right? What they were called early on, what they were calling themselves early on. The 40th Avenue Army Gang. That's something that I learned between the last deposition and this one, and I've stated it at this point. It doesn't change anything because they were still repping Bloods. Mr. Adelstein. Mr. Adelstein's the prosecutor. Has in your opinion, Melly authorized any communication for the commission of a crime? I don't know who the witness is. Yes, if you read his phone, there's narcotics trafficking, firearms violations, authorizing the killing of his mom. Those are things that you would consider authorizing. Is there any physical evidence to identify him as a criminal gang member? And there's like phone, social media, blah, 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 blah. That's the thing, though. That's the thing. Hold on. Look, when they say something like that about, saying that he authorized the killing of his mom, they're sort of shooting themselves in the foot, the prosecution, because they've already stated before. They were saying shit like, oh, that might be part of the motive because apparently they was after his mom or some shit like that. And that's why he killed him. Remember, all you gotta do to win as a defendant is just build a little bit of doubt. You don't have to prove yourself innocent. You just have to have a little bit of doubt. There has to be just a little bit of chance. If there's any chance that you didn't do it, that you didn't do exactly as they say, if there is even the smallest chance, legally, they have to say you are not guilty. Unless they can prove that, just boom, 100%. So when they're saying different stories, such as, they're saying, he killed them because they was going to go after his mama or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then now they're saying, he was actually trying to set his mama up. He was behind getting his mama set up. Now it can't, which one is it? Now you throwing in confusion on the jury. It's not good. That's not good for the prosecutors. Let's go for the defense. Just saying. Let's get back to it.
The question was asked in a deposition, has, in your opinion, Melly authorized any communication for the commission of a crime? And they said, yes, if you read his phone, there's narcotics trafficking, so basically he's telling niggas to move drugs, firearms violations, basically telling niggas to get the straps, and authorizing the killing of his mother. Shrekky? And they said, those are the things you would consider authorizing, okay? Now let me tell you what's really going on. First and foremost, this has nothing to do with if he killed his two homies in the car or not, okay? These are ancillary details that's going for...
100% has to do with that, you dumbass. Because that's the case. They can't try him for something else mid-case, okay? So everything has to be in relation. Otherwise, it gets thrown out. Or it's supposed to be at least thrown out due to lack of relevance.
Or to help two things. There's a civil suit being filed by the families of the dudes that died. And yes, I ain't gonna lie to you, it do look a little suspect where the families of the dudes who died, they don't believe Melly neither. They think Melly killed him, okay? So they're suing Melly, right? And this is gonna go towards basically, painting that picture that, Melly is someone who killed their...
You can't... Oh my god, bro. He's so stupid. Like I said, bro. Okay, look. In the future, you can resort to past cases sometimes for, to sort of paint a picture on somebody's character or something like that sometimes. But in this situation, when that's future tense, when nothing like that's happened, you can't use something now and state the relevance is for something in the future. No, it has to be relevant now. If it holds no weight now, then what the fuck are they talking about? Like, bro.
Their sons, right? In cold blood, and he should have to pay for it.
Ever post on LinkedIn about issues you face in the workplace as a black employee? Your post
monetarily as well. So that's number one. But of course, in the case, it's going to go towards painting the picture that this guy deserves the death penalty, right? That's the big thing. Nope. The judge is not throwing that off the table. And honestly, the way they're setting this up, if he gets found guilty because he's taking this to court, it's becoming more and more of a strongly likelihood that he's going to get the death sentence, okay? Now, the reason why this is relevant, and by the way, I'm going to explain how there might be context to this. The reason why this might be relevant is because they're saying, hey, there was no crime about him, attempted or talking about possibly getting somebody to kill his mom or him. I don't know what that was, but they're saying if he would kill his mama, what the hell you think he would do to his best friends, right? So that's basically, they're trying to paint his character, right? Which basically, they're trying to paint him as the worst of the worst. Now, I do have to be fair, and this is the devil's advocate, right? I got to be fair and say there might be context missing. In this case, there has been a few times that the prosecutor, or just through gathering evidence, we've realized that there is context missing, okay? For example, they don't have the gun, okay? No murder weapon, right? They don't have full proof, or no video stuff that really shows anything. But they're saying that certain things that Melly said afterwards should be used as an admission. What does that mean? Melly went on Instagram the day after, and he
says, always, I did that. Shh. I still love you, fool. Gotta bop it up with you ASAP. Like, chop it up, but threw the B in there. And then said, how?
said to somebody, yo, I did that. Now, granted, they ain't really exposed the nature of the conversation between the person he was talking to. But, of course, when you lump it in with the murder trial, you're going to assume he means, yo, I did the murder. Now, granted, think about this. Say somebody messaged him a leaked song or a song that he probably did around the time and said, yo, bro, you killed this fucking verse. You went off. Or, yo, you did great on this song. And he said, yo, I did that. I mean, that's a natural reply if you ask me, right? If somebody give you a compliment of something you did good, right? You'd be like, yo, I did that. Now, also, could it go towards somebody texting you an article and about two people dying that you're close to and you're like, I did that? Granted, you're right. But what I'm saying is that without context,
everybody knows how smart of a person Melly is, bro. Melly's not some fucking idiots. And we're living in 2022. Like, well, granted, that was like, what, 2019? Whatever. But anyways, bro, nobody is oblivious to the fact that you can pull up records from text and, like, app messengers and shit like that. Bro, you don't catch a body and then be like, hit your mans up and be like, oh yeah, hey, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, I just caught that body. I killed his ass. He in the ditch right here. Don't tell nobody. No. You catch a hit, you know the only way you talking about it is in person with somebody in a disclosed location. That's it. The fuck? You really think he's gonna admit to guilt, like, in a fucking text message? Like, come on.
we don't know. Now, I'm not trying to cop pleas for him. However, I'm just trying to say, look at this current situation where they're talking about the whole he's authorized the killing of his mom. We don't know what was said. Was it a joke? Was it like, there's certain people that play around with certain words, right? Is it actually authorizing a crime, or are y'all just jonesing? You guys could be the judge. We don't have the context of anything. There's another piece that they use and I think lacks context as well. Basically, there's a Snapchat message where he messaged to somebody and said, man, I ain't gonna lie, I'll rock with that dude Portland forever. Like, he's the reason, like basically saying he's the reason that I'm still good. You know what I mean? He did something for me. And essentially, the prosecutors are saying, well, that's just basically him saying if Portland didn't cover up the crime or cover up the murder, he knows he would have pretty much been in jail. That's an admission there. This was on Snapchat. Now, again, there's many different situations where you could be thanking somebody. Now, I feel like I'm a defense attorney, and I don't want to be delusional, but I want to be fair, okay? Because when we're seeing a lot of these things coming out in court, the prosecutor are basically, because they don't have their full proof, they're putting a bunch of things around each other and just saying, well, if all three of these things kind of seem related, this nigga is guilty, man, right? Now, they do have ballistics and GPS and other stuff like that, which I think that's the brunt of the evidence, but we have to be fair, okay? Now, the last thing, and this is what people don't realize, is that the prosecutors and the courts are trying to play a game. And which game they're playing is that having this information even out now, they can't get a hold of YNW Melly's mom. They want YNW Melly's mom to come in to get deposed, that she could answer a bunch of questions, which probably will be used against her son, whether in a civil or a criminal trial, okay? However, she's been ducking them. One day she got COVID. The next day she's out of town. The next day she moved. Like, she's been ducking these motherfuckers like she's doing a limbo, okay? That's just what it is. Now, if you put the propaganda in the air that your son, that you're so defending or trying to duck testifying or doing a deposition for his situation, if we let you know or we put in the air, yo, your son wanted to kill you too, that person might cooperate. Think about the 6ix9ine situation. I think the feds.
She raised this fool since she was 14. 14 years old. You think she's just gonna take your word that he wanted to kill her without her even getting to ask him? Without her even getting to talk to him about it? Oh, you said he wanted to kill me? Sure, yeah. Now I'm scared. I'll talk to you. Yeah, you said it? It must be true. Fuck out of here, bro.
Flip 6ix9ine the moment they played him the wiretap saying, oh,
Jamie
you know
gangster.
your gang?
Jamie gangster.
I know, not the ones that kidnapped you, because those already turned on y'all. But the rest of them, Shotty and them, oh, they was about to kill you this weekend in Connecticut. That's why we picked you up. What's up? You know, of course, when 6ix9ine said, what? They was about to kill me? Nah, play the tape. They played the tape. You know what he said? Man, fuck all them niggas, man. Here's the truth, okay? That's what it is. That's how you flip somebody, right? So I'm not saying that that's what's being used here, but if you want to get the mom to start cooperating, you start putting out information like the son was trying to kill the mom too. Again, I'm playing devil's advocate. You could choose to believe it or choose to not. You could be like, stop the capping for him, he's done. Or you could be like, yo, hey, that's actually credible. Regardless, just get up in the comment section, man. Let's talk about this, man. Is Melly cooked or not? I ain't gonna lie, one of the most talented people I believe that was gonna come out in the last like 10 years, and unfortunately his career kind of went down fast, and to be honest, it looked like his freedom might be doing the same as well. All right, get in the comments, make sure you guys like them, subscribe. I'll be looking towards y'all argue this case there. Let me see if y'all could do better than I did, okay? It's your boy Academics. Oh.
Guys?
Went down fast. Dude's still been dropping music because dude's still been dropping music for years, and he's been locked up for years, and his career hasn't dropped down at all. This is a fucking bozo, man. Like, what? That's why you record shit, so in case shit like this do happen, you just drop periodically while you locked away. And plus, you can even get features on it, like we saw with the Pieces song with Queen Naija. How he had already recorded all his shit on the song, and then they just throw in her verse in there with some studio work. But anyways, free my boy. We praying for you, Melly. All right.